Hello, welcome to another Eliza Builder demo session. Today we have Melon, who's from Bork. He's introducing his AI agent called eggsight. eggsight is an AI-powered platform that scrapes social media and injected markets, filtering the noise to deliver actionable insights. Melon, great to have you here today. Thank you for joining us. I guess just to start off with, can you share a little bit around your background and maybe what led you to starting the project?
Thanks, Ben. Lovely to be here. We started, so Gaby and I, we're a couple of developers, and we both worked in the public sector as a developer for a while. He's been a full stack developer for about 10 years. I've been a full stack for about 3.5. And in that time, we've created a lot of projects for various clients. We've dabbled in Web3, him mainly in the Solidity sphere, me in the Solana ecosystem, as well as the Sui ecosystem. And we met each other actually at a hackathon. So when we
Nice.
so we decided, hey, let's create this project and let's just get things rolling, and things just happened, and then now we just ended up working together.
Nice. That's awesome. And you're here to introduce Excite, right? I'm really excited to learn more. And yeah, maybe that's a good segue into your slides. Feel free to take it away.
Absolutely. So this really came together when we decided we wanted to empower users to make real-time, accurate, and intelligent decisions by harnessing the power of the incredible framework and opportunity that was presented by the elizaOS community. And we augmented it with our very own Bork protocol extension, which is publicly available on GitHub at this time. Our team has worked relentlessly to make this happen over the past couple months. We've been working on a lot of other projects at the same time, but we're proud to say that now we have a limited live deployment available. Right now, I'll be demoing one that's in the local development space, but I can also link the live demo as well. This just has a little bit more of the features working, but we'll get to that later. We are currently in early access for those with a minimum of 100 million Bork in their wallets. So let's crack this baby open and see what's inside. The tech ultimately boils down to an AI powered platform that's scraping social media and injective markets. We've expanded that to Solana, filtering the noise to deliver actionable insights. It combines AI driven social listening, market intelligence, and automated community engagement to identify high value conversations and market trends before they even hatch. And what this does is it really solves a problem in our space. A lot of the information that folks go to for trusted, reliable sources of information is Twitter, but that same platform is flooded with a lot of spam, a lot of shills, and a lot of irrelevant noise. Valuable trading opportunities actually get lost under this sort of spam, this sort of information, and irrelevant chatter. And although I'm guilty of doing some of these giveaways myself, a tool that would connect some of the valuable insights with actionable market data, traders, and projects will allow them to gain an edge in detecting early momentum shifts. So by doing so, they're able to access the alpha that may be gone by the time signals are actually priced in and users actually see that sort of signal on crypto Twitter. So eggsight cracks this problem, right? We really hunt for those hidden trading opportunities. We hunt for those hidden opportunities for projects to launch new projects by scanning Twitter for early signals, filtering out that noise and connecting them to market data such as RSI, MACD, and open interest, among others such as holder data and relationships between various wallets. By doing all of this, by automating and detecting social market trends in real time, will then allow traders and projects to pinpoint actionable insights early and, more importantly, accurately. Our model really has three different main parts. The first one is AI powered filtering. We separate valuable insights from the noise. We classify topics in real time and we give them weight. It's a really bottom up process in which we start with a set of users, we start with a set of topics, but then it starts to organically develop a list of curated accounts and topics that the AI agent decides to scrape and analyze over time and give them weight based on the amount of engagement they have, as well as decaying their weight over time so that you have the ability to detect emerging trends very quickly. And at the same time, we use a multi-client scraper engine, which allows us to filter multiple sources of data at the same time and analyze them in parallel. So we have a search client, which tracks emerging topics and keywords. We have an interactions client, which auto posts and replies. We have an injective client or the on-chain client now, which gathers trading indicators from various chains. And we have an accounts client that actually monitors weighted key users. In addition to the multi-client scraper engine, we have automated community engagement, and this is turning out to be a multi-client engine as well by automating posts, by automating replies, and we're currently in development for this stage. And that's really our secret sauce. And this secret sauce turns out to be pretty timely because DeFi, social media, and trading alpha are colliding faster than ever. With the recent recovery in markets, we're seeing the demand for real-time, high signal social market intelligence growing so quickly. And the rise of Solana, Injective, and other ecosystems actually creates the need for tools like eggsight to combine social sentiment and on-chain data because there's so many pieces of information that people will need to rely on in order to make accurate decisions for themselves and maybe even for the folks that they're working for, whether that's as a project or whether that's as a portfolio management solution. Just a quick demo of what eggsight sort of looks like. Let's say you go to the eggsight website. Right now, you need 100 million Bork to have access. At this time, that's probably like 120 US dollars, something like that. But of course, we're going to be opening this up more and more as we continue to grow the product and get a little bit more data from our users. So once you sign in, you'll have access to the initial front end that we've created. You can see some of the yaps. This is just leveraging some of the Kaido data. And then from the data that we've collected, you're able to actually look at a lot of the maps and then maybe decrease the number of users if that's a little bit too much. You can start to see like where the relationships between various users on social media are. And this is continuing to grow as our database continues to grow. You can look at different pieces of mindshare, like what's going on, cryptocurrencies trending at the moment, and crypto markets are trending at the moment. And that stuff is going up in the last 24 hours. But if you look at something like the last 7 days, police relations and media are apparently the top topics, technology, emotional expression, and so on and so forth are the other big topics for the week. And you can see the different changes in mindshare over the last few days. Unfortunately, this 7 data is not going to be super accurate right now because, of course, this is still in alpha version, and they basically wiped our database a couple days ago because we changed some of the data structures there. You can also look at some of the market data. So you can see the changes over the last 1 hour or 4 hours or 1 day. You can filter based on a token address. In the future, you'll be able to do risk analysis. We haven't implemented this just at the moment, but we're working with another project called Green Doe to help filter out risk profile as well as holder analysis for various tokens. And you can also look at some of the top tweets here on the side. Yeah.
Where have you used Eliza within the different features of the platform? Is it powering the analysis on the socials, the technicals, the market data, for example, or were there just some specific areas it's been useful?
It's been really useful for a number of different ways. It's given us a framework to start the entire process of, hey, this is what agent client will look like within the Eliza sphere. And then this is how to fetch and retrieve data and store data in embeddings. This is database. The database adapter was really useful, but we've expanded upon it. I don't know if it's plug and play for a lot of projects, but that's where we're ending. That's where we envision this being. We envision the extension being something that anybody can adapt within the ELIZA space in order to have or to develop their own database of information from Twitter to be able to analyze it using the same framework that ELIZA uses for message generation and object generation.
Yeah.
And then fetch that data in order to create more intelligent responses.
Interesting. Bit of a tangent here, and this might be able to say afterwards. Yeah, just a random question. I had a brand that wanted to create a brand guideline off their Twitter profile. So what you're saying there is that your kind of analysis framework can be used for multiple different use cases. Is that kind of how you see the platform evolving over time?
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, we spent so much time on the back end. That's why the front end looks like this. It looks like someone slapped it together. But really, the engine behind what you see here is the bread and butter of our project. So, using the data that we scrape from Twitter, it's very efficient. It's very smart in the way that it not only analyzes and selects topics and key topics and accounts to analyze,
Right.
but that list continues to evolve and change as the AI continues to analyze more data. So it gets smarter and it starts to pull in better data. And we started out with a list of 10 folks, like just random people, but we ended up actually within the first hour or so of the analysis, we started to see a lot of the major accounts actually just pop up, and none of them were the ones that were shilling spam. So that's really where the bread and butter is. We are able to filter out spam. We're able to analyze real intelligent data and also save on credits because we do a pre-analysis of a bunch of tweets before we actually process them for analysis to determine which are the high value conversations. And then after the analysis, then it stores that in knowledge in chunks. And then we draw upon that knowledge when we're creating posts, when we're creating replies, when folks actually go here and actually do this. I'm not sure if this will work. I probably have to run the back end locally, but this is also where folks will find some value in the future. And last but not least, I think there's a lot of value for folks who are trying to launch their own projects because they can see which topics are the most important. And then you'll be able to actually filter tweets and find tweets that are related to your topic or your project itself. It'll be useful for projects that are looking to see what kind of engagement they have from their own communities and to compare, and for traders who are trying to compare community activity between various different tokens. So ultimately, this database and this analysis that we're doing is contributing to a wealth of knowledge that folks can draw upon for a number of different applications. And the one that we focus on, that's up to the market. That's how people give us feedback. And that's all. We're almost there. We're almost at the stage where we're really looking for that feedback. Currently, we're running a really limited demo within our own community, but we're going to be soon opening it up to the public, and hopefully folks can help us out just by maybe answering a survey or two.
Great. That's a beautiful call to action for those listening or watching. Yeah, go play with eggsight, see if you can give some feedback that helps them develop the platform. I guess, Melon, just one final question. What are you most excited for next with the product and maybe where you're going with the project in general?
I'm just really excited for folks to start playing around with this and to tell us, hey, is this something that's really useful, or is this something that could be improved? And what kind of features are you looking for? Because then we're working with our communities, we're working with the people who are using our product, and that's really where our passion lies. Where we both Gaby and I, we came from a space where we're told, hey, this is the product that you're supposed to build. We don't really have any control over what the user experience is like, really, because the client has very specific, different specifications that they want us to build for. But this is really something that we can take creative
Nice.
freedom on. Yeah. And to build something that people will really use and love.
I think that journey of exploration is natural for any early stage platform or product. And I think doing this at the edge of agents is a very interesting place. Personally speaking, very excited to see the amount of building that's happening in general. And yeah, I think that's it's going to be a very enjoyable path for you to go down over the next couple of years. I guess on that note, thank you so much, Melon, for sharing more around eggsight. And I'm looking forward to what's next. Obviously, very happy to have you as part of the elizaOS community. And yeah, we look forward to seeing and keeping in touch with what's going on with the project.
Appreciate it, Ben. Thank you so
No, you're
much.
welcome. Thanks, Melon.